Alright, I literally just got home from work. I I got out of my clothes so fast, my boots are still standing up back there. But no, genuinely, I just got back. Okay, I just got back. I'm on my really bad laptop camera, and I literally was like, you know what? I'm gonna film it all in one. All in one. I'm just gonna do one take. Just gonna say whatever it is that comes to my head. Alrighty, there's a little beep. I'm just gonna say whatever it is that comes to my head, and then that's it. That'll be the end of the video. Whenever I choose to end it, I choose to end it, and that'll be it. But one more day of my beautiful rose. Look at her. She's opening up a little bit. That one petal's a little bit dried out, but all the rest are still looking beautiful as ever. You know, she lasts me a while. Oh, Pika wants to say hi. Come here. Dude, I just fed him. I just fed him. I'm not doing it again. But today's important for me. So, Pico, come on. 3 years sober today. Woo, woo. I know. I didn't even realize until I was at work and I'm like writing the date. See, there it is. Now he's eating. I was at work and I was writing the date and I was like, wait a second. Huh. This seems important. This seems important. Anyways, 3 years. 3 years, no alcohol in this guy. And you know what? I'm proud of myself for that. And I'm very, very, very grateful for all the people that have led me there. Whether that be friends, partners, acquaintances, co-workers. You know, being completely honest, I don't really know who watches this. There's usually approximately like 20 to 30 views, and maybe I put it on repeat 30 times. But if you're any of those people, or you just have met me in real life, or some engagement with me, I want to thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to YouTube for opening up a fun little platform, right, to be able to speak my mind on. Thankful to TikTok, thankful to Instagram. And I did want to be vulnerable. I did want to be vulnerable today, and that's also why I am committing to the one take, one shot. It's just going to be what it is. And you can stay as long as you want for that. But being completely honest, so I didn't know. Frankly, I'm putting effort into caring about it, for sure. Like, I have to make a conscious choice to choose that this is important for me, because I know if it would be all too easy for me to move on with my day like it's just another day. And already the things after work I went and got a little croissant, which I do once a week anyway, or like I get myself a little treat, so it's not that special. And I got myself an Italian rose soda, which is also not that special because I get it like twice a week, 3 times a week from my favorite little coffee shop. But today I chose to get something. One, it was a fun little whimsical pinwheel, right? It's like a little chocolate. It literally looks like a pinwheel, right? Like those things. Yeah, anyway. You know what I'm talking about. But another side of me just feels a little sad. A little sad that I don't have someone that cares more about it than I do. And I think that's the validation seeking side of me, you know, just being like, well, why would I care if other people don't care? And that's something I'm working on, you know, because I do care. And slowly, it's a choice, you know, it's a choice to care about these things that are important to you. But this is important to me. This is important to me. It's 3 years of me committing to myself. It's 3 years of me, whether I can convince myself and say I don't even miss it that much. It doesn't even affect me as much anymore. It's not something, it doesn't matter, because it's helped me become a better person. And I've committed to that, knowing that it doesn't help me. Whether that would have been someone saying, well, you know, I get a weird stomachache every time I eat meat, so I'm gonna stop eating meat. And someone might be, well, it's just a stomachache, dude. Don't act like it's this whole thing. Alright. But it makes my quality of life better. And for that, I'm so thankful that I have the courage, dedication, and just determination, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying words at this point. But I'm happy I stuck with it. Because even if it doesn't make me better, but it doesn't make me worse, then I'm thankful. Because if you tell me there's a 0.01% chance you'll be a worse person if you drink alcohol, but if you don't drink alcohol, there's no chance, I'm grateful that I'm taking no chance, you know? And I don't know, that's how I'm seeing it right now. And I think that's also me purposely downplaying it. Like, it's not this big of a deal, and still trying to find some importance in it. But I am very grateful for the decisions I've been making. I'm very thankful for the decisions I've been making. I think they've been hard decisions. I think I've been put with... The universe has equipped me with all the right tools to do what's best for myself. And I feel like I'm really taking the bull by the horns. Taking my own horns. Being, listen. I'm freaking, listen. You deserve great things. And I don't think there's any other way for me to do that. If I'm going to be stubborn, then I'm going to be stubborn about myself. I'm going to be stubborn about taking care of myself. I'm going to be stubborn about what helps me, you know? And slowly it's showing up in my life. It's coming out. I can feel it. I can feel myself feeling great. And it's not easy. And I think there's a big difference there. It's not easy. It's not always happy and joyful. It's lonely, frankly. It's very lonely. At least in the stage that I'm in right now. It's so lonely. I can recognize me really, like, yearning for connection. And trying to find that connection anywhere. I find that connection with this rose. I find that connection with the trees, with nature, with my cashier, with a person like in the car crossing the street. I'm like, hey, like I'm being more social. I'm being more loving in my smaller interactions, because I'm not getting these big fulfilling interactions. And I'm not gonna lie, I yearn a little bit. I wish there were more people I could, you know, share my joy with. But I even differentiate it. I differentiate it in the sense of I'm not looking for someone to make me feel better. I'm looking for someone to share me feeling better. And I recognize when it comes from a place of validation, when it comes from a place of like some external source that I need, versus when it comes from, you know, I do love. I love, whether that be platonically or romantically, I love things. I love nature. I love the moon. I love the sun. I love to go outside. I love to walk. I love to, etc., share information. I love to yap. And I want to share that with people. And I want to share that with people that appreciate that. And until I find that things that will just give me surface level validation, surface level interaction, yeah, they're great, but it's not what I want. I don't want to have a like, and I want to make a little differential point of, I don't want just this like false deep and depthness. I love getting to know my cashier and my barista and my, and there's this one lady, I every time I walk to work, she's always walking her dog, and now anytime she sees me, she just smiles, and like, have a good morning. And you know what? I love that community that I'm building, and it's not even surface level. To me it's not. To me it's connection, and I think the difference is I can have these, you gossip and you tell me about what's going on and whatever, and then you just, whatever, you leave, or you just want to know what's going on with me, and then you leave. You don't actually want to be there. You don't want to build that connection. And connection doesn't mean you have to be there and like work with me through my feelings and, be my crutch or anything. It means while you're being you and I'm being me and our paths cross, I love those moments when our paths cross. And I love sharing them together. And even with that lady that I see every day walking her dog. And the thing is, I see her on weekends too. She walks her dog at the same time, or sometimes a little bit later. I can tell when she's just like in a completely different part of town, and so am I. And we're just like, oh my God, this person's also walking. This person's also just enjoying life. And we just smile. And to me, that's love. And I would love to be able to share this moment too of, I'm 3 years sober, with the people that have seen me at my lowest, that have seen what I've gone through, and that can validate the things that I've worked through and the things that I've changed. But I don't need that. I know that I've changed. I know that I've grown. I know all these things. And at the end of the day, it's not going to make me feel better, because really what I'm feeling is I'm just lonely. I'm just a little bit hermity right now. I definitely protected my peace a little too hard, but I needed to. I really feel like I needed to. I needed this as the person that I was. I needed this. And I needed a blank slate. And I think there shouldn't be any fear in that. Because how would I expect, I don't know, how can I expect to be friends with the people that even just love to, the people that maybe I relapsed with, which wasn't their fault, it was my own. But those people that I connected with right after, that I was like, yeah, we're gonna party, we're gonna do all these things. How could I expect to be friends with them again when I was never meant to be their friend, because I can't control myself in those moments. I couldn't set my limits. And maybe they're different now. Maybe I'm different now. I am different now. I don't doubt they're different now. I hope they're different now. I think people are meant to be experienced. They're passing. They're fluid. They move and they just show up. And you're supposed to be grateful of when they're there and be grateful of when they're not. And I hope that those that I have parted ways with, and maybe not the best ways, find some peace. Maybe not for me, not in the sense of I don't and I don't think that it's they're not finding peace or whatever. I think outside of me, I I hope everything goes exactly as it should. I hope that they grow and become the best person that they can be. The best person that they can be for themselves. I hope they accomplish everything they wish to accomplish. I hope their life path is filled with blessings. And same with those that have hurt me. And I think we are meant to be these experiences in people. We're meant to be these passing moments. We're not meant to stay. We're not meant to believe that they're going to stay. We're just meant to enjoy it. And if they stay, then great. I'm thankful, regardless of the aftermath of the time, of the actions, of myself, of others. Thankful for everything. And that's a big fat statement that you're like, yeah, okay, you're just saying that. No, but if you wanted me to, and if I could remember, I'll sit here and I'll name everything. And maybe I should do that. Maybe that's the task I can set myself out to. How many things, like, actually could I be grateful for? And I think that would probably change my brain for the better as well. Maybe that'd be a great task for me to do. And for today, maybe it's just going to be this that I'm saying right here. Maybe it's just going to be me admitting that things are hard. Hard not because life's really hitting me right now. No, life is peaceful. Life is hard because you don't just always get what you want when you want it. And I want it to be easy. And I want it to be fast. And change takes time. And you know what? I'll wait. I know. I'll wait. God. I guess. But I trust. I trust me. I trust the universe. I trust those around me. And I trust that if I'm alone, it's because I'm meant to. Because I know I'm worthy of people who appreciate me for how I am. And I can make me as lonely as you want. I know what previous versions of me would have done. I know I would have ran to the first person that showed me attention. I know I would have sprinted to whoever wanted to hang out with me. I know I would have clinged on to things. And trust me, I did. I saw this quote, or I don't even know where I saw it, but it's like, you let people go, but you let it go, but you left claw marks on everything you let go. And I absolutely did. I know that. And I view that as a strength. I view that as a testament to my strength. I know how much I love. I know how much I care for things. I know how much I want. I know what I want to do for people. I know I want to help people to an extent that is over. I want to bend myself a million different ways and do anything for others. And I know I can't. And I know that's not going to be productive. And I know that's in the end, that's not going to help me be helpful. It's going to do the opposite. I can be so much more helpful by taking care of myself. I know that. Because I know that of myself. And you know what? Agree, disagree, it doesn't matter. Because I understand that my intentions will not come out as I want them to sometimes. That I will make bad decisions, that I will miscommunicate, that I will put things forth in the wrong way. And regardless of all that, if you want to believe me to be a bad person, you have every right to do so. And you can. And if that's what brings you peace, then you can keep that mindset. If that's what's going to make you be better for yourself, if that's what's going to make you want better for yourself, then by all means make me the villain. I'm okay with that. I think there's this fine line of perception that's why I'm not supposed to care about my perception. Because sometimes the best way you can help someone by not helping them at all, it's by not making it easy. It's by really being the villain in someone's story. And maybe you think I'm this, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm always going to view myself as it's easy to pinpoint and look at me like a bad person. And maybe that's my own things that I go through. But you can view me however you wish. I know my intentions. And I hope my intentions show up to others. And if they don't, I'm okay with that. Grateful for everyone. And grateful for everything. Grateful for my choices. Grateful for my lonesome. Grateful for this rose. Grateful for Pico laying down on my feet. Grateful for so many things. Grateful for those I've lost, which I've lost a lot. Grateful for the claw marks I left on those people. Going back to that, I left claw marks because I care. And that made it harder to leave. But you cannot deny that I cared. I cared, you know? Especially recently, I think it's interesting, really interesting seeing my change and growth. Sometimes I talk about it with my one friend here, I guess, and about how, it's interesting that, like, I would have quite literally done anything not to feel what I'm feeling right now, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad when you take care of yourself and you know your worth. And I'm not selling I'm not selling myself short this time. That's okay. To 3 years by my lonesome, or at least now by my lonesome, but to a lot of years surrounded by people that only helped me become who I am. But to endless great nights and hard times and traumatic situations and fights and arguments and love and all of it. Because I needed it. Every single thing. I needed it all. I still need it. I still need everything that's happening to me is happening because I needed it. And I don't want to get into this whole discussion about, like, well, you didn't need your trauma. No. But I do believe that it doesn't... We're going to get all spiritual right now. And you're just going to hear me. But I think I picked this life for myself. They said, all right, pick which one you want. And I said, I'll take this one. Knowing everything. I think it's not that I was strong enough to take on these challenges. No, I think I picked it. I picked it because I knew I'd get across. And you can get across, you know? Because, I don't know, you don't have to believe it, but what if you did? What if your soul picked this life out for you? They were like, you know what? I want to experience this. Maybe you've experienced everything great. Maybe you've experienced everything bad. I could go on about what I believe for a really long time. But what if you did? What if you knew exactly how this was going to end and you said, yeah, I'll do this? What if you knew you were going to get stuck there and be in that cycle for years and then you'd be happy, finally? What if you picked that? What if you made that decision consciously, knowing that you would find a way to get over it, even if it took you years? I believe it. Because I know I can get over it. I know I can get across. I know I can... I'm here for the experience now. I'm not here to accomplish everything. And I have dreams, and I'm gonna get there. And you don't have to know them. And I have wishes. And I have goals. And I know what's meant for me will come. And maybe that's why I don't care too much about these 3 years. There's so many more to come. Right? Like, I know how I am. I know how I am now. And there's very little that would put me... I really don't know what I would have to experience. And I mean, that doesn't mean, throw your hardball at me, but I chose difficult because I can do difficult. That's just the type of person I am. And I trust myself to accomplish difficult. I think really bad things could happen to me. And that could slow me down. But my goal isn't to get anywhere. It's to experience. It's to feel the grief. It's to feel sad and to feel happy and to feel love and to feel heartbreak. Throw it at me. That's why I'm here to experience it. I don't think I have much else to say, but I do think this was a very lovely talk and a great first, I don't know, at least to me this was a great, well, happy 3 years to me, right? This was a special video. It felt good. We'll see if anyone watches it. We'll see if people enjoy it. And if not, I enjoyed it. So that's great. I'll see you guys whenever I see you. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. I hope all your dreams come true. And know that if they don't come true, it's because there's something better waiting. I love you guys so much. All right. Bye-bye.